Welcome back to Mega Man X4, now actually featuring X. Today we're fighting the traitor Magma Dragoon. Of course, we already know that he betrayed the irregular hunters and hid himself inside a volcano. Magma Dragoon! Also, it's really weird that they didn't translate irregular hunters to Maverick hunters. By the way, the Mavericks are called irregulars in the Japanese version. Alright, so Magma Dragoon stage, a lot going on because it is an active volcano. I think it goes without saying that there is fire everywhere. I don't think it usually rains meteorites up and down inside of, like, real volcanoes, but this is the cyber future. It can do anything. Volcanoes can do whatever they want. Why? I don't know. The reason is it's the future. Anyway, though, this is... I feel like this is sort of a speedrunnerable stage. Man, I'm having trouble pronouncing words that don't exist. But yeah, no, like, there's definitely ways to go fast, but, unlike Cyber Peacock, this is not a stage made for going fast if you don't know what you're truly doing. That one is made that you can go quickly. This one is, yeah, you really kind of have to have knowledge of the stage and its obstacles. Otherwise, taking this stage slowly actually isn't too bad. It is entirely doable to just kind of take this at your own pace, and it might actually be a good idea to do so. Just because, again, fire everywhere. You will get hit a lot if you're not careful, though in a section like this you certainly want to hurry because those blocks will crumble if they get hit too many times. Now, we also want to be on the lookout for... not getting hit by a fucking meteorite, which is pretty common in that section. It is very easy to get hit by just the stream of rocks hurtling down from the heavens. I don't really like this part of the stage because of that. It's just a little too much RNG for my taste, especially since we do want to hang out near the top for reasons such as that hard tank. Like, it makes things more difficult to get to, but not in a way that's fun. This is really just kind of annoying. We also need to be able to charge weapons here so we can break this open. And we'll be able to get the body armor. This body pot absorbs damage inflicted by the enemies and will gradually accumulate within. Why do you sound like that? Oh, sorry. It was a phase. Looks off into the middle distance. Also, yes, I can answer your questions. I know these were pre-recorded messages, Mega Man. However, I can still respond to you. Alright, well, I don't really have many tight situations, so I'm afraid this isn't really going to get much use. But, as always, we do have an upgrade that allows us to have an extra type of attack if we take damage. It's an interesting idea, but, the nature of these LPs means that I have never really been able to take advantage of them, except for the one in X3, and only because it starts with ammunition. Alright, so, you don't actually have to abandon the ride armor here. If you want to, you can destroy those blocks, and actually take a ride armor into the boss. Which does seem like it is actually kinda cool and very useful to do. So, here he is, Magma Dragoon. Why did you betray the headquarters? And only the headquarters. Well, we're not allies anymore, X. I think Dragoon has made that more than clear. No, how could you? And I'd do it again, ha 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 ha! I love killing innocents! Now fight me! Alright, well... I think Magma Dragoon has chosen suicide by Maverick Hunter.
Power up, X! It's time you showed me what you can do!
Well, we know what we can do, but Magma Dragoon can use Street Fighter moves. That's right, this is the bitch-ass motherfucker who's been stealing all our moves as of recent. If you wondered why you can't get Hadouken or Shoryuken in X3 or 4, well, I'm pretty sure it's Magma Dragoon's fault. The true crime he's committed. Anyway, this fight's gonna go by kinda quickly, but, Magma Dragoon is really hard. You might want that ride armor in order to absorb some blows in this fight, and also the ice weapon to absorb this. So yeah, Magma Dragoon is always attacking, and he's pretty hard to avoid, all things considered. I would definitely not recommend fighting him first, even if you're so angry about what he did to Sky Lagoon, because he's very hard, and his Desperation attack is hard to dodge without being able to just set ice into the area to block it. So we actually get a post-battle scene with Magma Dragoon. So, I went with X to fight Magma Dragoon rather than Zero because I think this makes sense. In either case, Dragoon turned Maverick because he wanted to fight the player character you're using, and I think that makes more sense if X is the character he wants to fight, because, look, I know Magma Dragoon probably wants, like, a real fight, so only a fight to the death will suffice for him, but, like, Zero will fight anyone anytime. Like, he'll spar. He absolutely would spar. X I can see not wanting to spar, even, you know, as a friendly thing. So, you know, maybe that's what drives Magma Dragoon over the edge to become a Maverick, is he can just never fight X, because X will just turn him down, even for a friendly match. Anyway, Rising Fire you're not going to see much of. I tried to use a bunch of the weapons in this stage to show him off a little more, but Rising Fire's just not great. Ryu Engine, I believe, is up S. Okay, yeah, so this is just a flame upper weapon. I'd call it a Shoryuken, but, like, Zero uses a sword, so I don't think that counts as a Shoryuken. It's an uppercut, a jump cut, whatever. Alright, so, I'm gonna do something unusual here. We're going to save the game, but you might notice that we've actually got a few minutes left in this episode. You might also notice that I have almost all of the items in this game. So yeah, we're actually going to do cleanup at the end of this episode. I know it's unusual, but yeah, the cleanup episodes are normally really short, but I just couldn't justify getting, like, I think it's 3 items. The 3 items I need left. Other than that, though, not really much to talk about, of course, because I do have all of the armor parts. This is the full version of X's 4th armor, which, I think it looks pretty cool. I'm rather fond of this one. Think it's a good look and mostly pretty useful. I'll admit, now that I've played the game a little more, I appreciate the hover a little more. It has its place, but I'm not going to take back what I said before. I often use it accidentally when I don't want to, and I can activate it a little more when I want to now, but I still fumble it a little bit. I just prefer having, like, a double dash instead. Double air dash was so cool, and, again, this has its place. The hover boots do have their uses, but I don't like them as much. Alright, so there's another heart, which means we are now ready for Frost Walrus's stage. Again, not really much to say about this one. I had Zero cover this one instead. Sometimes you do need different items different characters need different special weapons in order to get their items. Like, usually if X needs Web Spider's weapon for something, that's just getting Zero his double jump instead. But usually they're more or less the same. Like, for the forest, you do need the flame weapon on both characters to get that particular hearts. Alright, so you might be wondering, what are we going for next? Well, this is a thing called the X item. No, it's not a second W tank, but that's fine, because W tank's kinda useless. So the X item isn't like a tank like the other energy or weapon tanks. This one actually, like, stores lives, so you can actually start with 4 extra lives instead of 2. So, very useful if you're getting game overs and just need more lives to keep you going. It's not a bad item, but as always, I'm not really playing the game like that, so you're not gonna see it used ever, but it's an okay idea. Anyway, that's it for cleanup, so by now you're seeing the extra dialogue for Zero's end of Magma Dragoon, but I'm gonna stop talking now, so have fun with the rest of this dialogue.